Yo, what's going on, guys? Doing some Twitch jungle here in mid elo. Gonna be showing you what it looks like and in general how to do it. Wow, he stepped up really far. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get a ward down before the 155 mark. You don't really want to back any later than that, so we'll get a ward down. I don't want to go too deep, or maybe a J4. I'm really sitting in that bush. Just gives you a general idea if you're going to get invaded. It also helps out your mid laner if J4 to start red. So it's always good to get down a ward back, get your sweeper. On Twitch, it's not as important since you have invisibility ganks, but it's still nice to have the sweeper. So going for the sweeper. And yeah, Twitch jungle right now isn't awful. And as you can see, I don't play him every game, but I do feel like there are some games where he can shine through as a B tier pick. But in general, he's more like a C tier, D tier pick. Anyways, the enemy team isn't too tough. Like, they don't have Nautilus ult or anything like that. Not only that, but I have a super tank. I have Ornn on my team. I have a Rakan for a tank. And then I have a KingStix ult. So this is really an amazing team to pick Twitch with. Yes, would there be other good champions I could play? Yeah, but I'm doing this for the boys, so you guys can see what it looks like. I think Rakan's giving this away. Like, what the fuck is he doing? He just gave that away so hard. So we're gonna do golems now. Always use the medium one to block the big one, like you see here. Just block it out. I like to do the golems because it's such a high XP camp, and your level 2 red buff ganks normally don't work on Twitch anyways unless you're like in bronze or iron, because everyone knows about it. It's just a really silly cheese that it only works if people don't know about it, and Twitch jungle has been around long enough for that not to work. So unless you're duo with your mid laner or something like that, like you have LeBlanc, someone who can follow up on your initial gank, it's not usually worth it. So I did red golems here, and I'm gonna do blue buff, and I'll be level 3. So I haven't seen J4 yet. Let's pop the brush. Basically on Twitch jungle, you don't have many keystone choices. Funnel doesn't work very well anymore because it's been nerfed a lot. Like, you can still do it, but it's weaker than it's ever been because all the nerfs. So normally you're just going to be going press the attack with domination tree secondary is the most optimal route to run for him. And then you're obviously going to go in Blood Razor. Warrior isn't that great on Twitch right now. You're going to go in Blood Razor into Storm Razor. And the main reason you're going for Storm Razor is because it gives you a slow on the energized and powered attack. I need to go gank here. I was waiting for my Q. You can gank after level 3, but I didn't really have a gank. But Cinch has been pushing up a bit. Let's get around him. He doesn't even have Flash or Ghost. For some reason, he went Barrier. That's kind of weird. That's a really weird setup. He's either trolling or he thinks he's breaking the meta. Anyways, yeah, get behind the enemies, light them up. I can't really help Ornn there. I don't know what he's doing. That was kind of weird. So I'm just going to get the Scuttle Crab. Looks like J4 is going for the opposite side Scuttle. We have equal CS. On Twitch, as you can tell, if you kite the golems properly, you really shouldn't take any damage from them at all. The main camp that it's hard for Twitch to kite, because it just is Raptors. Taking Raptors early on, you'll take a lot more damage. And I just generally don't like doing Raptors in my first clear unless I have to, or unless there's a very specific reason I am doing it. I normally just like to take my red golems and blue, and then maybe a Gromp if there's nothing else for me to do. Just get behind the enemies, drop it down. Alright, we got the kill. Alright, oh fuck me, dude, I missed the cannon. I'm not gonna push the wave, I'm actually just trying to set it up. God, I missed another minion. That's brutal. There we go. I'm trying to set it up to where it doesn't crash, because if I didn't thin this out at all, the minions would have been too strong on his side and they would have dumped into the turret, so I had to thin it out. Thinning is really important. If you're never thin, then you'll be sacrificing too many minions. Plus, I got to soak some XP. On Twitch, rushing early boots isn't that important. As long as you have a few Relentless Hunter stacks, you can get around the map pretty well. That's why I really like Relentless Hunter. Boots of Mobility are silly on Twitch. Don't go that. You really shouldn't be building that at all. Looks like the bot lane's backing. I'll go straight into golems, and then I'll probably go mid. This Irelia is playing super aggro. I'll just snag golems real quick since I'm already here. Once again, use the medium golem to choke out the big one. Block him off its pathing like you see here. The medium golem is your best friend. The big golem does more damage than red buff, which is why you don't want to let the big one touch you. If the big one's touching you, you're done ski, man. You're taking too much damage. The little ones don't do a whole lot, though. As you can see, I'm full health. Didn't use smite, didn't use a potion. Now, granted, I do have items now, but still, you get the point. I really shoved up. When people are shoved up, it's perfect. You just want to get in behind them. You can use your Q from a distance. And me coming in. We didn't get behind her very well, but we know her flash is down. We're going to red smite her, take less damage. E, and I don't know what she's doing. I'm not going to steal these. I'm just going to get them low. So Orin can still have them. And I also got the XP that way. Alright, looks like Singe is mid. Singe might be trolling. It's hard to say. Orange should step up. I feel like this would be really free. I really don't know what he's doing. I feel like this is a really free kill if Orange just steps up for it. You're gonna red smite him, stay on with autos. Now we're gonna press E. Your E is your best friend on Twitch. It has so much range. You see that big circle? It's actually bigger than that. Like, it looks like they may have adjusted it. It's hard to say, but like even like if they're on the very edge of it, it gives you the benefit of the doubt is what I'm trying to say. It's a very forgiving circle. A lot of times people will flash because they think they're out of the range, but they're still barely within sight of it. We'll probably gank Irelia again. Repeat ganking weak lanes is perfect on Twitch. Since Twitch doesn't have any CC and he's kind of weak early on, you want to just go for what works. Don't do anything too fancy. Gank what you know you can get a kill on. Don't gank for pressure. That's silly on Twitch in general. In general, you just gank what you can kill because Twitch is super, super gold hungry champion. So you need as much gold as possible. I'm going to use ult. E. And I'll probably just shove the wave. Very nice. Yeah, getting minion XP on Twitch is huge since Twitch is very slow at... Oh, fuck. I should have probably helped Orin there. Oh, well. Yeah, we'll just let it be. We need to back and get our items. Twitch is very slow at clearing things like golems and raptors compared to other junglers. Don't let her stop my recall. Oh, my God. That's dumb. Why is Karma even mid? Twitch is very slow at clearing raptors and golems compared to other junglers. So as much as you can leech off of minion XP, like being around dying enemy minions, it's really huge for you and your team. As long as you're helping your laner, like don't just show up and steal their XP and do nothing. Like make sure you're killing the laner first. Like don't just show up and take the minion XP because that's kind of fucked up. So yeah, as you can see, I'm a higher up level on J4 by 2 levels. We have equal CS, but since I've been stealing minion XP from my mid laner, we're doing really well. We're high up in level, which is where you want to be on Twitch. Avoiding one of Twitch's biggest weaknesses. We're going to repeat gank weak enemy laners. You don't need to focus on fighting strong enemy laners. Oh, fuck. That's one downside of Twitch, is his squishiness. If the enemy has a point-and-click ability like J4 ult, it can put you in a bit of a bad spot. But after we get our tabbies, we should be fine from things like that. And the enemy team is pretty AD heavy. They have very little AP on their team. So we'll be getting this straight into Stormrazor. Bot lane looks gankable. I like ganking melee champions. Ganking melee champions is super easy on Twitch. When you gank range champions, they can kite you out a little bit better. They can run away a little bit better. But melee champions, they have to step all the way up into the minions. So I feel like it gives you a much bigger window to actually kill them. So we're just going to take this real quick. Don't stand still. If you're standing still, you'll be taking a lot of damage from it. Just keep moving around. Easy peasy. Irelia's chilling in the back. Let's take this while we wait. Should be able to solo J4. Let's get a pink down. Singe is full HP. It's going to be tough to gank until I get my Stormrazor. Unless Singe pushes up. It's kind of just chilling in the back. Let's use my sweeper. I haven't been using this much. Alright. You won't be doing a lot of invades on Twitch jungle unless you know where the enemy jungler is, because Twitch is one of those few junglers to where even if you have 10 kills, you can still get soloed if you don't play it right. Let's get behind this guy. Drop W. There we go. Got the kill. J4 bot side. Now that I know where J4 is, I can go take his camps. If I didn't know where he was and I was taking it, he could just come out of nowhere and one-shot me. Imagine that'd be impossible. If I was this fed on work, it would be impossible for anyone to solo me. That's my only beef with Twitch. Only reason why he's not top tier is he has a very finicky weapon. He jams up super easy. There's many junglers that won't jam up when they're ahead like Twitch would. So J4 got one early dragon, but we're getting his camp, so we'll maintain a golden XP lead. I'll gank top. Gonna use my ult. Really need 𝐒𝐿 to kind of help me there. She didn't really hit her at all. Very nice. We got the kill. We're gonna get our tabbies. And then we'll get our Storm Razor. Storm Razor really strong. It's not too expensive. It's one of the higher dollar items, but it's not as expensive as something like IE or Trinity Forest. And Twitch is more optimal to play when you have a strong pill champ like Karma or Lulu. We do have the Rakan though, so in team fights we'll be fine. We have the 𝐒𝐿 Rakan, and if the enemies do jump me, I'll have the 𝐒𝐿 ult to go off with. Kind of surprised that interaction turned out the way it did against the Irelia. Happens sometimes. Let's snag these. I think J4 went into my jungle. We're gonna pop this. My red buff is coming up. Taking Raptors, auto each one once. 1W, and you should be able to clear it. Once you have your full jungle item on Twitch, you stay pretty full health in your jungle as long as you kite your camps. They can't do much damage to you. We'll be going bot now. We will be going bot. 𝐒𝐿 should be fine. She's super fed. And bot lane's really low on health. Just sneak around the J4. There we go. Karma didn't realize how long my ult range was. She tried to turn around to poke me a bit. Cost her. I'm gonna juke him. I do need my team though. Red Smite, Potion. I really need Rakan. Yeah, that sucks. Really needed Rakan to react faster than that. It's fine though. We got the kill on J4. We Red Smited him. We used our pop. We did everything we could do. That kind of wasn't worth it for J4. Because I was low on health anyways, so I was gonna have to back, and he just traded 1-for-1, so not the best trade in the world for him. Next up, once again, we're gonna get Storm Razor. There it is, very nice. And we'll be scaling really well. Nice thing about Twitch is even though he's easy to solo if he misplays, at late game in team fights, he's very nasty. He's one of the better scaling junglers if you can make it to late game without falling behind. He's pretty gross. I just need to let Ornn tank. And assuming he uses his CC properly, the fight should be quite easy. Oh, he missed. He missed. All right, let's leave. I don't trust him. He's missing everything. Gonna clear this out. Once we get Storm Razor, we'll be a lot stronger. One of our biggest power spike items. You don't really rush Hurricane as your second item on Twitch jungle ever unless you're funneling for the wave shove. It's not really a very good second item purchase. I'm gonna kite out this towards the backside. J4 foolishly tried to match me. Red Smite Karma, auto attack W. We're gonna go invis. I don't think we can fight this. Alright, we misplayed that a little bit. I thought we had Singed, but he actually had his barrier. He outplayed me. That was kind of funny. We need to be a little bit faster with our kiting once we get some more attack speed. I could have also used my flash. I felt like I used it, but he grabbed me like right as I was pressing it or something. He baited me so hard with that barrier. I want to get this next dragon. Is Twitch better than Kindred Jungle? I don't think so. I think Twitch is more situational. He can be better, but in general, Kindred is much well-rounded. more rounded champion than Twitch is as a jungler. In terms of range junglers, the best ones right now are kind of Elise and Karthus. Those are the best range jugglers currently. I really needed that 𝐒𝐿 ult. Guess it's on cooldown. That's bad. That's one thing that I'm talking about. Even if you're fed on Twitch, it doesn't always mean much because you can die very fast if you're just a little out of position or if the enemies catch you off guard. We're just going to have to let somebody tank for us because we keep dying. So we're going to be picking up our Storm Razor here. They're going to get that dragon, so I'll just go farm up my top side. There's no way I could get the dragon in time. I really needed that 𝐒𝐿. That would have saved me. It was on cooldown though. She's now level 12, so she's more of a champion, the way her passive works. She's a lot stronger. Orange should be able to defend this easily. Let's take this real quick. Attack speed's relatively low still. Gonna get Gromp. Gonna pop a potion. There's nothing we can do mid. If I went mid anyways, the enemy's backed off. Doesn't matter too much. There we go. And what we're looking for here in the mid game is for easy picks and not dying. Easier said than done. Yeah, nice flash by Jhin. I don't know where J4 is, so I kind of got to back up a little bit. We do have 𝐒𝐿 ult, as long as she ults the right person. I always try to let the enemies go in on your teammates first. If the enemy's going on you first, then there's nothing you can do. So in that case, they went in on my teammates, and I could get off a full bunch of autos without getting harassed. Think of your teammates as the meat shield, and you're the sword. Gotta let your teammates take some hits for you, because God knows Twitch can't take a hit. It's got really low base stats. Orange should probably turn on the karma there. Couldn't really get to the karma. The Singe was locking me out pretty hard there. 𝐒𝐿 should be able to cut him off. Gonna kite him back. Of course, he has his barrier. Super troll. Yeah, I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do against that 𝐒𝐿. She's very powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my monster camps. If you're ever low on health on Twitch in the mid game, picking up a monster camp or two can really boost your HP because your jungle item gives you so much life still. Even if you don't have a lifesteal item yet. Especially red buff heals you too after you have it. So we're back to about full HP. Just off 2 camps. We got red buff, level 12. Pretty good being the same level as the mid laner. As a jungler in general. Gonna kite this away from the wall. Gonna break that. Really need to stay away from walls and bushes. If you don't know where the enemies are, it's super dangerous. I can't really go in yet. I'll just sit in the back, auto. You really need to spam your Q in team fights because it's gonna reset on kills and assists. I'm gonna flank Karma. There we go, auto. Well, I like to E once I have my press the attack so it does bonus damage. It doesn't matter though. If your E will get the kill, then just use it. Ah, they didn't even take their red buff. What are they doing? attack speed's still very low. We'll probably go for a Bork or a, yeah, probably a Bork, because they're kind of tanky with the Singed. I'd really like having the lifesteal to kite him out. Going for a Hurricane at this point would also be a reasonable choice. The only reason why I'm not leaning towards it is I keep getting pushed farther towards the outside of the fight by the J4 and the Singed. So I can't really auto the whole enemy team anyways, because I'm just so far towards the outside of it. Jin solo. Looks like there's a ward here. Oh, that bitch. I need to go back and buy. Looks like they're trying to set up dragon. Ornn, that's an easy kill. Nice. Finished him off with my E. Just need them to put down some CC. With all this Singed poison. Drop ult from a distance. Gonna have to hit my Q to get away from. Oh, the Irelia flash, dude. That flash messed me up. I was actually gonna be able to kite out the J4 hard there, but the Irelia flash dash fucked me. Once again, in a team fight, kills and assists refresh your Q cooldown, so make sure you're spamming it. That way you can get the bonus attack speed, you get the movement speed, and you get the invisibility. We lost the fight, it happens. At this point, I'm actually gonna get a Guardian Angel. Their team's super AD heavy. I feel like if I get a Guardian Angel, I'll be able to carry this pretty hard. Just the extra armor alone. And then, as the team fights keep escalating, I will be getting a Hurricane as well. If your team is a little bit beefier than mine, if the enemy team didn't have the J4 dash and the Irelia dash, I would go for the Hurricane much sooner. But it's very difficult for me to stay in the meat of the fight because there's just too many dashes on the enemy team that they can kill me with. So, Hurricane wouldn't be optimal in my opinion right now still. I could go for a lifeline item, that would be good too. I kind of wanted the lifesteal though, so I could easily solo J4 or Singed if they tried to mess with me. Ah, that's worded. I gotta stay out of the darkness. That's how you get killed. Don't let the minions see you unless you have to. The enemies don't need to know where I'm at. Jin pulled off because he thought I may be going bot. It looks like they're all top. Don't know why Ornn's running from this. This is super free. There we go. I honestly don't know what they're doing. Rakan and Ornn are just kind of circle jerking off to the side. That would be super free if either one of them would just come over. So Red Smite and the Bork. We didn't almost solo Irelia, but we did a massive chunk of her health. We just needed one knockup or one shield and it would have been super free. She did also have Ignite, which cut in our healing a little bit. She is really fed. She's really fed. Nice. Not bad at all. Let's get the rest of my GA. Basically, the more pill you have or the more trust you have in your team to pill for you, the less tanky shit you have to buy on Twitch. The less you trust your teammates, the more tanky crap you gotta get, like Tabbies and GA. And even Bork is kind of tanky for Twitch because it keeps him alive. The non-tanky items would be like IE or Static Shiv, things like that that give no tankiness. Of course he has barrier. That's so troll. He just runs away with barrier on. Gonna re-engage here. Very nice. Finish him off. G4 goes in. He's gonna kill himself. W him as he tries to run away. That Singed is so tanky, bro. He just walks up to us. Finish him off. Only E only use your E normally when they're outside of your auto attack range, because your E has so much range. Oh, Ornn stopped tanking. He got cold feet. I should have just let Karma go. I thought Ornn would keep tanking and Karma would greed out. Oh well. She's tough to chase. We have so many deaths. Actually, so many. We also have a lot of KP. We have 31 out of 43. It's kind of weird how the enemies were trying to fight there. That was a really weird fight for them to take. It's like I'm dead, so they're like, okay, we can fight. But the enemies just tried to fight 2v4. I guess 2v3. That's one issue with going Ignite Barrier Singe. Is you're not as fast. If he had Ghost, he might be able to close the distance. He might kill here. Nice. That's weird. Ignite Barrier Singe. I've never seen that before. It doesn't seem awful. I like the concept of the Ignite. I just don't know how... I don't know how good the barrier really is. Like, it has saved him a few times, but I feel like if he had Ghost, it would have saved him just as easily. I'm gonna take their stuff, make sure I stay ahead in level and gold, and I also like to get red buff because obviously red buff OP for kiting. I'm gonna break their plant. Might be able to. It looks like Zai doesn't want to do it. She just wants to reset. We have a really tanky build right now. We have a lot of armor. J4, I really cannot one-shot us, and we have the GA, so even if they do, I'll get back up. I wouldn't recommend going GA if the enemy team has things like Caitlyn or Vel'Koz. If they have a lot of shit they can drop right on your head as you get up, it's not a good idea. But when the enemy team's super AD heavy like they are, it's a decent choice. There's a pink ward right there. I have flash, so I'm going to get to the back of the pit. Here we go. Waiting for the enemies to make a move so I can counter punch. Twitch is really good at counter punching. You don't really want to be the first one to engage normally on Twitch. So that's exactly what we want. Irelia goes in. J4, what are you going to do, my friend? Oh, that's what happens. I have too much armor. He has no hopes of soloing me. That was perfect. Irelia went in on 𝐒𝐿, which allowed us to go in because then Irelia can't go in on us. Twitch is such a good counter puncher. Jesus, this poison lasts for 10 years. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. Twitch jungle, red buff, Krugs, and blue buff. Gank around level 3. Normally, you don't want to gank for level 3 on Twitch unless you're in super low elo. Unless you know your level 2 red buff cheese gank is going to work, then don't do it. Because it gives away your position, and it makes it take longer to get to level 3. Oh, Jesus. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little Twitch jungle commentary guide. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.